Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Testy Tuesday. Oh, if this is your favorite day of the week, I just know it because it's when we test your biblical knowledge and you come out on top all the time, right? Well, you better come out on top today. We're going to look at a passage from, I can't say that because it's one of the three big guys of the Older Testament. Yep, we when we talk about servant songs, four servant songs that are used by the New Testament writers, especially Mark, to describe the passion of Jesus, and we have Passion Sunday coming up this Sunday. From which of those three biggies do we have the servant songs? Is it Isaiah? Is it Jeremiah? Or is it Ezekiel? Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel for the four servant songs. Okay, you know the rule of thumb. When all else fails, say Isaiah, and you would be right. We're going to be looking at Isaiah, the 50th chapter, verses 4 through 9 for our lesson for this coming up Sunday. Now, what's interesting is there are basically, and we've talked about this before, three different prophets whose writings have been collected and are part of the book of Isaiah, verses or chapters 1 through 39, then 40 through 55, and then 56 through 66. And the servant songs are all in the second part, second Isaiah. And it's at a time when the people have been in captivity in Babylon and they're really getting weary and despondent. They've just given up hope. And along comes second Isaiah to bring a word of hope to them, a word of hope that's going to be different than that of third Isaiah, because that'll be when the people have returned to Israel, returned to their homeland, and things just aren't quite working out the way they wanted them to. So he gives it a different word of hope. This word of hope is, you got to hang tough. You got to do what God wants you to do. You have to be his people. Now get up and stand tall and take it like a man. Yeah, well, he doesn't say that. But that's kind of what comes out of our lesson for this coming Sunday. Again, it's Isaiah, the 50th chapter, verses 4 through 9, at least the first part of verse 9. It's part of a longer poem that goes through the end of chapter 50. And what exactly does it say? Well, what it says to us is that this servant, who's mentioned again 4 times within this block, within 2nd Isaiah, this servant has come to encourage the people to be like him. Yeah, to be like him. And the servant doesn't give in to the face of adversaries and gets beaten up because of it. But it's his faith and trust in God who will come to his rescue, who will lift him up in the midst of all the bad stuff that's happening. It's that he calls upon the whole nation of Israel to mimic. He's saying we've got to stand firm in this very difficult moment. And don't fall victim, don't fall prey to all the bad stuff that's happening around you, but trust God. God will be there for you and for me. It's the perfect passage to go along with our Passion account that's coming up this Sunday, the long reading from the book of Matthew that we'll have. And why? Because Jesus stood firm in the face of everything that was coming his way. He stood strong in his faith in Yahweh, his Father. All right, so hopefully you followed the old golden rule, which is to say Isaiah when all else fails, as long as that's one of the choices you have. Otherwise, then, your guess can be as good as mine at times. Well, God's blessings be with you. Read that, and the entire second Isaiah is a unit in and of itself that really does call upon us, even today, as God's people, to stand firm in our faith and to trust Him every step of the way. God's blessings be with you.